Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. Hey everyone. If stories filled with heartbreak, messy choices, and jaw-dropping twists are your thing, make sure to subscribe and become part of this storytelling community. Now let's dive into today's tale. For the longest time, I convinced myself that the love between us had faded out quietly. I told myself he didn't care anymore, that maybe relationships weren't built to last forever, and I just needed to accept the slow unraveling. But I couldn't have been more wrong. I only realized what I'd destroyed after I walked away. It all began with silence, not the loud, explosive kind, but the suffocating, empty kind. The kind where two people share a couch, scroll through their phones and can't remember the last time they laughed together. I'd stare at him, Ethan, and wonder where the man I once fell for had disappeared to. We met back in college. He was magnetic, daring, always ready to turn life into an adventure. I was the grounded one, the planner, the one who liked safety. We complemented each other perfectly. For years, our lives fit together like puzzle pieces. Then slowly, those patterns turned into habits, and those habits turned into distances. He'd come home later and later, and I stopped asking why. I'd dress up and he wouldn't notice. I stopped expecting him to. Eventually, I convinced myself he'd already let go. Then he mentioned a business trip. Just a few days in Miami, he'd said, barely glancing up as he packed. I didn't protest. I didn't even kiss him goodbye. That should have been a red flag, but instead I used his absence to make the worst decision of my life. His name was Caleb, a friend of a friend. I met him at a rooftop bar during what was supposed to be a girls' night out but turned into a rant about my marriage falling apart. He listened. Really listened. He told me I deserved affection, attention, passion. And that line anchored itself in my mind and refused to leave. It started with harmless messages. Then a coffee date. Then dinner. I kept lying to myself, telling myself it didn't mean anything, that I just needed to be seen for once. But I knew. I knew exactly what I was doing. And the night I finally crossed the line with him, when I let him kiss me, hold me, undress me, I felt both powerful and completely empty. Ethan came home 2 days later. He looked worn out. Flight delays, he muttered as he tossed his bag aside. I didn't ask for details. He didn't give any. We fell asleep like strangers on opposite ends of the bed. I didn't continue the affair. Whatever I thought Caleb gave me, I didn't want it anymore. I was disgusted with myself. And worse, I didn't even feel the guilt I knew I should have. I convinced myself that Ethan had emotionally abandoned me long before I did anything wrong. Then I found the box. I was rummaging through our closet for our old passports when I noticed it, tucked behind some dusty tax folders. A black velvet box. Inside I found airline tickets, a handwritten letter, and a jewelry case. My heart stopped. 2 tickets for an anniversary trip I never knew he planned. The letter, written in his shaky handwriting, was full of fear, vulnerability, and love. He admitted he felt distant lately. He said it terrified him. He wanted us to reconnect. He talked about therapy, new traditions, even signing up for dance lessons because I always teased him about his 2 left feet. Then I opened the small jewelry box. A gold bracelet, delicate and beautiful, with our initials and the coordinates of where we first met. I broke down right there on the closet floor. He hadn't given up on us. He was fighting for us. And I was the one who walked away. I didn't tell him I'd found the box. I didn't confess. I tried to act normal, to pretend the past hadn't happened. Instead, I started showing up differently. I reached for him, laughed again, leaned into him. And he responded. He softened, smiled more, held my hand like he used to. One night, we made love slowly, like we were searching for each other again. For a moment, I believed we could start over. But secrets rot everything from the inside. 2 days before our anniversary, Caleb texted me. I didn't expect to miss you. Ethan was sitting right beside me when the notification flashed. I panicked and flipped my phone too fast. He noticed immediately. Who was that? He asked. No one, I lied too quickly. His jaw clenched. Is it still happening? My silence answered for me. He walked away, came back holding the black velvet box. You saw this, didn't you? I nodded, tears burning behind my eyes. I was going to surprise you, he whispered. I thought I could fix us. Ethan. Just tell me everything. All of it. And I did. Every painful truth. Every betrayal. Every detail I wished I could erase. He didn't yell. Didn't curse. He just sat there, completely still. The next morning he was gone. No explanation. No goodbye. Only his wedding ring left sitting on the kitchen counter. The divorce was clean on paper, but nothing about it felt clean. It felt like a funeral with no tombstone. I kept the bracelet. Not because I earned it, but because I needed the reminder of what real love looked like, and how easily I'd thrown it away for someone who barely knew me. I saw Ethan one last time, almost a year later, at a mutual friend's wedding. He looked content, peaceful. He introduced me to the woman standing beside him, Claire. She had a warm smile and a laugh that lit up the room. I smiled back. I hugged him. Then I walked away, not because I no longer loved him but because for the first time, I truly understood what love meant. And I knew I wasn't worthy of his anymore. Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers.